Are you hiring help in your business? Before you hand out that first check, ask yourself, is this person a contractor or an employee? Because if you get it wrong, Uncle Sam can come a-knocking. Hey taxpayers, it's Tiffany Gonzalez, CPA here, and in this video, we're gonna break down the IRS's three-part test for classifying workers. We're gonna explain Section 530 relief, and we're gonna share the latest IRS guidance that could protect your business. Let's get into it. First up, how does the IRS decide whether someone is an employee or a contractor? The IRS uses three categories of control tests to determine how a worker should be classified. Each test includes multiple factors, and all three work together to paint a full picture. This test looks at how much control the business has over how the worker performs their job. Do you tell them when to show up, how to do the work, provide detailed instructions? If so, that alone leans more toward an employee status. Independent contractors usually decide how and when the work gets done. This test examines who controls the economics of the job. Does the worker buy their own tools? Do they have unreimbursed expenses? Can they make a profit or suffer a loss based on how efficiently they operate? Contractors typically have more skin in the game, more financial independence. Finally, the IRS looks at the nature of the relationship itself. Is there a written contract? Does the business provide benefits like insurance or paid time off? Is this relationship ongoing? Is it project-based? The more permanent and exclusive the relationship, the more likely the IRS will consider the person an employee. And remember this, there's no one single factor that determines the worker classification. The IRS evaluates the entire relationship using 20 different factors spread across these three tests. But what happens if the IRS thinks you've misclassified someone, but you honestly thought they were a contractor? That's where Section 530 relief might come to your rescue. This provision, which has been in place since 1978, prohibits the IRS from reclassifying certain workers as employees, but only if you meet these strict requirements. Here's what a business must prove. First, consistent treatment. You must have consistently treated similarly situated workers as independent contractors over time. Second is proper tax filings. You must have filed Form 1099s for these workers each year as contractors. Number three, reasonable basis. You must have a reasonable basis for treating them as a contractor. So what counts as a reasonable basis? It could be one of several things. Maybe a previous court decision, an IRS ruling supporting your treatment, or a prior IRS employment tax audit that didn't result in reclassification, or a long-standing industry practice where it's common to treat workers like this as contractors. The IRS recently released new guidance for businesses seeking Section 530 relief, and it's important to be aware of it. This new guidance clarifies exactly which workers are covered under the safe harbor. It explains more clearly how to prove that you had a reasonable basis. So if you're applying for Section 530 relief or even thinking about it, this updated guidance gives you a lot more direction and fewer surprises. And why does all of this matter? Misclassifying workers isn't just a paperwork error. It can cost you thousands in back taxes, penalties, and interest. Trust me, as a CPA, I hate seeing anyone have to pay for this. The IRS has made worker classification a top enforcement priority, especially in industries where contract work is common, like construction, real estate, consulting. If you are unsure how to classify someone, don't guess. Talk to us, talk to your CPA. You can also file Form SS8 with the IRS to get an official determination, although that process can take several months. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook at Accounting to Scale. Until the next video, your favorite CPA, Tiffany Gonzalez.